I've done juries for Young Game Designer for a number of years, and I'll always come out and I'll say, well, the standard was phenomenally high. And it was phenomenally high, and I would say better than we've ever had.
A couple of the entries had really interesting kind of new mechanics and people, you know, thinking about kind of accessibility and things really early in their careers. I was blown away by actually some of the mature thinking with some of the games and some of the game developers.
People seem to think that it's something that only adults do, but that is very much not the case. It's important that Young Games Designer competitions are here so we can encourage those kids and get them to understand that irrelevant of their age, they can actually make something incredible.
Hello and welcome to the BAFTA Young Games Designers Awards 2016.
It feels great to be back again to award the great work all you guys have done in this year's YGD competition. We'll be showcasing and rewarding the best young creative talent across the length and breadth of the UK, with 4 lucky people receiving BAFTA awards. Now, the first awards to be presented are for game concept in the 10 to 14 and 15 to 18 age groups. To present the awards is an actress I'm sure most of you will know from Tracy Beaker Returns. Please give it up for Amy Lee Hickman.
Without brilliant creative minds such as yourselves, the games industry would not be a massive success that it is. And the winner is In Magic Bots by Hussain.
How does it feel?
Exciting.
First off, what's better, winning that award or getting a hug off Amy Lee Hickman?
Winning the award.
Oh.
I was working on my Magibots concept before I knew about the YGD BAFTA award, and it sort of motivated me to get it down on paper and, you know, sort of enter.
Next up is the 15 to 18-year-old age group, and the winner is You Are Being Followed, Nick Gordon.
It's a virtual reality game, but without visuals. How is that going to work?
Well, yeah, it's meant to be the player character is blind, so you can only hear. You have to navigate yourself through the environments by what you can hear.
The idea for You Are Being Followed came from playing a lot of visual novel games because they're just so immersive, even though there's very little gameplay there in some cases, and they kind of challenge the nature of what people expect games to look like.
Our next award recognises the contribution by someone who has worked tirelessly to help the next generation of game designers.
That's right, and this is the YGD Mentor Award.
Here to present the award is the CEO of Yuki. Please welcome Joe Twist.
This award recognises those who have helped mentored young people, teaching them about game design, programming, and giving them encouragement in their first steps. And the award goes to Michael Warburton.
It sounds like you're doing a great job, Michael. Were you encouraged in this way when you were at school?
To be honest with you, that's the big thing for me behind my education is I wasn't really encouraged to kind of succeed and kind of go on to what I wanted to do in life. And so for me, when I finally met my teachers at college who encouraged me in every way, I kind of wanted to give back to my students and make sure they've got every opportunity they can and follow the dreams that they want to do.
The best bit about my job is that moment where I sit with the students and they release their first commercial game to the public, and that's the most amazing feeling, and see that smile on their face that they've done it.
You know, you see what these kids have made and you get to see inside their heads almost and what makes them tick and see their learning experience as well, because some of them are younger and you can see that there's the rough diamond, as it were, and then as you get into the older ones, they're more refined.
Our next two awards are for game making, 10 to 14 and 15 to 18 years.
To present these awards, we have the presenter of Radio 1's Weekend Breakfast show. It's Dev Griffin.
We're about to give out an award to those of you who are just getting started out in games design. First up, we have the 10 to 14 age group, and the winner is Apocalypse Alpha Charlie Thurston.
Congratulations. How is it going now?
Very well, thank you. I did not think I would win at all, so very pleasantly surprised.
We were playing your game earlier. It's like a sort of role-playing game, text-based adventure.
Yeah.
Is that the kind of game you enjoy playing?
I really like role-playing games, particularly, and I went for a sort of more retro feel on it.
Programming and coding is a real passion of mine. My dad introduced it to me when I was about
I think I've just turned 7, and then I've kind of taken it forward on my own from there. I came up with the idea for Apocalypse Alpha, and it was quite heavily inspired by the Fallout series, sort of the idea of an apocalyptic open world game.
And the winner in the 15 to 18 category is Daniel Smith for Spectrum.
What does this mean to you?
It's a pretty big deal, to be honest. I didn't really play any of the other games before I came here because I would get nervous, and I saw them all and kind of panicked a bit. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting it.
This is your first game. You've never done anything before, and then just that plopped out.
Pretty much, yeah.
I've been working on the game for a couple of years now, and being 18 it was my last chance to enter, so it was kind of a now or never situation, so it was really, really satisfying. Yeah. The biggest challenge was probably the level design part and making sure that every level was unique. In puzzle games it's very easy to get monotonous if you just do this and then do it again with something slightly changed, and then you keep going and going. Whereas I try really hard to keep everything different and unique and have their own little quirks and things.
We still have one last prize to hand out. One last prize. This is the most coveted YGD Hero Award.
To present this award, please welcome a super talented games writer, Rihanna Pratchett.
This award recognises the designers, developers, or even studios that inspired you to be sitting where you are today. The 2016 YGD Hero Award goes to Media Molecule.
Everyone in here who made a game,
yeah,
keep
amazing.
going.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Like, you're the future of the games industry, and you'll be bored by hearing how good you are, but you are that good. You're even better than you think you are, so keep going, well done.
Our games have won a whole bunch of awards over the years, but this one means the most. And we love working with students, and we love seeing what you guys are doing. You are massively inspiring. We're at the tip of the iceberg of how cool video games can be, and this is a diverse group of people from all over the country. So just keep doing it and make it better and better and better.
I'm blown away really by the quality.
Amazing.
So yeah, it's special to be recognised and lovely to be here on a day when kids make amazing games and they're celebrated.
When we first started, it was kind of hard to do things like work experience because we didn't quite have a pattern. And we really always wanted to make sure people had a really useful time within the studio, that they learnt things. And we now have like school groups coming through all the time. We have work experience people all the time.
That really is it.
Huge congratulations to the winners, of course, and we'll see you next year. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
I think the BAFTA YGD is a great competition that you could enter to get your game making career started.
For me, the most important thing about the BAFTA YGD is the celebration and exposure of what our young developers are doing.
It's a really bold statement to say that it's won a BAFTA and that it's been recognised as being good enough to do that.
A BAFTA is something which people dream all their lives about getting, and for the opportunity for kids to be able to show their talent, it's second to none.